Hi everybody, so welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about Sister's Wife, episode 6. Honestly, what were your honest opinions before we go into the clip by clip breakdown?
Honestly, I agree with Unprovoked Auntie. Repulsive. This it's just like can it be more this can there be more dysfunction and delusion in one family? And really coming from one person, like narcissism, Cody takes narcissism to a whole new level. And Mary is giving fringe. Something's off with her, and it's got me really worried for like it's got me questioning really their whole relationship and doing. And
Yeah,
like I'm
there's something going on that we do not know about. Something is not adding up, and it's just like really, really crazy at this point. But now let's start the clip by clip. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop your comments. Let's make this whole like chatting very interactive. Now let's get into this. And don't forget to like this video. So I picked selected like clips from the episode because they were very important. And I picked from like
I'm not
almost
really
every
planning
scene.
much for Valentine's Day this year. Cody and I are definitely not in communication. Plus, if we were, I wouldn't really want to do Valentine's Day with him or with the family.
Valentine's Day is a tricky holiday for a plural family. This year, it's just holy crap, complicated and hard and horrible.
I'm not doing a damn thing for Valentine's Day. Listen, you have to have a Valentine to do Valentine's Day.
There were some times where he would like bring over a Valentine's Day gift.
I got bases too.
I'm trying to understand, like, there are some people that don't even have like boyfriends, girlfriends, and we still celebrate Valentine's because it's like for you to have love and everything. So their relationship must be so bad that just the thought of celebrating Valentine's is actually making them tell all this speech and everything. Like, I don't think they even understood it. That's why they need to leave, because if you are querying celebrating Valentine's. You can celebrate Valentine's with your family, you can celebrate Valentine's with your children, with your siblings, with your it doesn't need to be a lover, but for the whole concept of Valentine to be ruined and for you to not even want to celebrate it anymore, that's a problem.
Yeah, absolutely, because you're right. Valentine's is to signify love. That's not just and we have to think society has basically manipulated and conditioned us to believe that you have to be in love or a couple to really celebrate certain holidays, or especially Valentine's Day. You have to be a couple. It's a holiday for couples. So the manipulation and mind control when it comes to that, I can understand where they're like, when it gets to a point, especially when either you see, now I don't know how it is in a plural marriage, but if we go from celebrating Valentine's Day as a marriage or as a married couple, but I'm also seeing that you're not really celebrating that with me. You're not, you know what I'm saying, showing me really love throughout the rest of the year. Valentine's Day doesn't mean shit. Like, I could care less about Valentine's Day because I don't just want you to show me with flowers on that day. Like, what about the rest of the year? So, like, I can understand. And when it comes to Mary, how I was surprised to see that he even kissed her. I don't remember the last time I've seen them kiss. So I was just like, wow, that definitely was a while ago.
I mean, the way he talks about Mary, almost like he gets disgusted about the thought of even touching her. So I
Mm,
was actually taken aback too. But it's like really, really crazy the way the whole family is just like dissolving in real time. But
hmm.
it's not real time if we're actually looking at it like for
A
real.
year or
It's not
so
real time.
after.
Yeah. So it's just like really crazy that these women were still thinking about Valentine's. Look at the contrast between their Valentine's and Christine's. Christine celebrated her Valentine's with her kids because she understands the concept of the whole thing. If you because a man says he doesn't love you, that means she's going to ruin your Valentine's. No, you can share those gifts, you can share those happiness, you can share those like important moments with your family members. If you are going to ruin everything because some man that doesn't even understand your what, doesn't give you some gift, is not present, you are going to be very I don't foresee any happiness in your future.
No, and what are you really like showing your kid? You know, like that you have to have a relationship to in order to celebrate. Like, no, celebrate the love of yourself. Celebrate the ones that actually are around you, the ones that actually love you. Don't just go off someone's false sense of love that they give.
Because he's actually celebrating. He's celebrating with his one and only love, Robin. You guys are just there so that he can go to the church and be like, oh, I still have a plural marriage. He doesn't actually give two F's about you guys existing. So
Right. Like that's what I said. Where's the love like the rest of the year? Don't just try to pretend to show it like, at certain times just to feed the narrative. Like, what about the rest of the time? What about like, the kids? How do they truly feel? Like you couldn't even really show your daughter love for Christmas, but you're expecting them
nobody
to kind of like
gives, no
cater to you.
I don't even understand what kind of delusional worlds these women live in. He doesn't care about them at all. So let's continue the clip.
Happy.
Sometimes he would just give it to you there at night with everybody there. So I should have more sympathy and empathy for Cody, but I didn't, not really. Now he just has Robin, so he's probably fine. Oh, that was snarky. That was rude.
I love that. I was here for it.
Yes. When? So Truly just is not ready yet. I've already talked to Truly about it and see. But I do have to tell you guys something. So I have been talking to a matchmaker.
Like the professional kind for famous
Like the
people?
professional kind, yeah.
I think this is the storyline where she will meet the man she's about to marry now, because she already announced that she's getting married to someone else.
Right. And we've been seeing him all over her social media.
Because I don't think Christine was actually meant for this whole thing. I think the only reason why she entered the plural marriage via what she said was that she entered because of the relationship she had with the other ladies. And when the whole thing, there was jealousy, rife, but she was managing because at least everybody understood that they had to do something to get the relationship working. Now it's only focused on Robin, and everybody's just like an extra character in the Robin and Cody's love life. It's just really sad because imagine being an extra character in your own marriage. Sad.
Right. But I thought Christine was actually like one of the ones who was a part of the jest.
No, he married Mary first.
Yeah, I know he married, but as far as like
Janelle.
polygamy and the Mormon group, like
Yes,
the
she was
Jets were a
part.
huge polygamous group, and I thought Christine was like in that family, like one of her moms or something, I think was a part of it. So I thought that kind of like could have played an influence on also her saying like, hey, I'm going to be in this lifestyle, because she was born into it, she grew up into it. So it was kind of like, something I felt like she might have tried to do, but everybody has their own mind, and if it's not going to work, like people, we change. Like, so I feel like she honestly, she woke up and realized, no, this is not really where, hey, LaDon, this is not where my heart is. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm not trying to be here. Monogamy's for me. That's why she said no. She's gonna do monogamy from now on.
Yeah.
She's yeah, she's not for it. And
I'm nervous.
I'm here with her. Like, hmm, come on, you tried it. You put in your time. You did what you're supposed to do, girl.
Honestly. Hi, Nadan. So let's continue the clip. Then we'll go to
I'm
the
super
comments.
nervous about dating. Super nervous about dating.
I'm like going for a monogamous this time. I'm done with the polygamy thing.
Yes,
Good.
better go for a
Especially with
monogamy
orgies.
The biggest reason I
instead of
left
the one you
Cody
think you are dating
was
the polygamist.
didn't want to
and
be in a
he
marriage
ends up
where
being
my
a
kids would know
monogamist
that I was married to someone who wasn't attracted to me. So
because we know
leaving
that Cody deep down
was the
is a
choice
monogamist.
because I wasn't going to stay in a marriage like that, and I wasn't going to show my kids that that was acceptable because it's not.
Right.
Yep, I think that's exactly what happened.
I wanted to.
She realized that, oh, staying there is like showing your kids that, oh, you have to take nonsense, you have to take this, you have to take that. I think that's almost, this is the same thing I was talking about yesterday in our lives about the whole Christian thing. Christian's mom did not create a good picture for what she should see in any relationship, and she's trying to break that kind of generational curse, because me I feel it's a generational curse. If you do not break the chain, your child is going to go up and they will keep marrying this, marrying that. Have you not realized that even when she was talking to Janelle, talking to other women, you realize that those women still want to go back to polygamy? And for the love of me, I do not understand what they see in polygamy. If you ask me, I just don't understand, because you will never be number one. And maybe just me, but I like being alone. I like having control of whoever I'm dating. I like us just being like one small family, not the one that he will share maybe 10% of his affection with me. And if he's sharing like 30%, I start feeling jealous. Everybody is jealous. There's when you tell me you're dating somebody, I'm not a jealous kind of person, I'm like, why? And that doesn't make sense, because I'm not saying that you go out of your way to bash someone for talking to someone, but when you see this person talking or trying to be like very close to someone, you're supposed to feel like some atom of like jealousy. And for
Mm-hmm.
you to say these women should shut up, take it in, and then you are focused on robbing, it just doesn't make sense. And yes, Ladon, he doesn't have the capacity to love them all. Cody just needs to come out and say the truth. He is a monogamist. The only reason why the polygamous relationship could work then was because he had not found the one he actually liked. And immediately he found the person he liked, that's when everything started crumbling. He married Robin how many years ago? I think it's over 10 years now. Well,
Yeah, I think it's about what they say close to 15 years, but I think it was
yes,
like it's less than that or something.
and by the time she came in, he was married to Mary for over about 15 to 16 years. So, for the marriage in that 15 to 16 years, are you telling me that there was no jealousy, there was no anger and all that? But the three women could manage the whole jealousy and whatever they were feeling. But immediately Robin came in, and I think what even made it worse was when they moved from New Jersey to Flagstaff, and they had to like have like different homes. That just caused it worse, because when we were living like in one house, it was still like okay, but once they just separated, ooh, I knew like the problem I could
That
cite is
was
from.
the excuse and reason for him to be able to say that he had to space his time out accordingly because they live separately. Like that was his excuse and reason to have to be with Robin so much. And then like the excuses that he continues to give as to why basically he spends so much time with Robin and tries to gaslight, like he gaslights the shit out of them when it comes to his time that he spent with them compared to Robin. Like it's almost like he's telling them you should just appreciate any time that I give you. Like just appreciate it. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit or none at all. Appreciate the fact that you're even married to me.
And
Like
then
that's the attitude I feel like he has.
gaslighting me. You are gaslighting me. Yes, monogamy has its problems, but it's the best dating and marriage is already hard. Yup. When they were together, it was manageable. He used separation. Yes, he actually did. So let's continue with the clip.
Where my kids would know that I was married to someone who wasn't attracted to me. So leaving was the choice. Because I wasn't going to stay in a marriage like that, and I wasn't going to show my kids that that was acceptable. Because it's not.
I wanted to a couple of weeks ago. Like, really, there's no time that's going to be good. So I'm planning on moving my clothing business from Flagstaff up here to the B&B. And I need to let Robin know because I feel like she's the only one who's really going to care and is honestly going to kind of have a problem with it. So I'd like my relationship with Cody to get to a place where we have like a good marriage relationship, but that's not where it is right now. And I feel like when I tell him I'm going to be moving my business up to the B&B, he's going to interpret that as that I am done with this relationship.
God.
The
Mary, why-
delusion. He is never going to look at you as somebody he is attracted to, wants to be with. I don't even think he wants to be friends. Like, if you were to move to Utah, never come back, he'd be just fine. What is she holding on to? Please, anybody, let me know. What is Mary holding on to?
You are the one with the lowest number of kids. You are the one who he would rather not even have. Like, Christine divorced him, is unraveling. He doesn't even have any relationship with you, and he doesn't care. And you are out here talking, blah blah blah. Oh, I think, girl, if you hit a brick wall, he won't even care that something hit you. That's how bad it is. You are the only one that he has said you two are better off being friends. And I don't understand why I think this person, I think Comfort wanted to say she seems more concerned about Robin. Yes, during the episode she kept saying, oh, Robin, I wonder how Robin is going to take it. Shouldn't you be more concerned about your whatever relationship you have with your man? Because it's actually very, very confusing to me. Because why are you bothered about what Robin will bring? She's the one who apparently took your place in the marriage. She's the one who apparently now is staying in your place. She's the one that has made it even more obvious that he doesn't like you. Because I'm sure
Well, because maybe she's just as attracted to Robin as he is.
But at least before Robin came in, he was pretending to like you. And like, if we're looking at it in a real relationship between two women, let's just be factual. We have a relationship where two women are competing for one man's attention. If I'm to leave a certain situation or a certain place, why would I be bothered about the other woman? It logically doesn't make sense. So I'm actually trying to understand why she has such a good relationship with Mary. With Robin, I don't understand, because Robin is playing you guys, and season after season after season, you are still choosing to see the good in this woman. No, she must really have some sort of good juju or good, like, maybe our conversations are out of the word. I just don't understand.
I feel like it's the fact that Robin gives Mary the attention that she wished Cody did. She didn't really have that relationship with Janelle and Christine as much, even though their relationship was kind of okay, but it was never like, I guess, cohesive like that. So I feel like Robin has been able to play on Mary's insecurities and her feelings of loneliness. And then also, I feel like Robin is one of the reasons why maybe Cody has also kind of given Mary as much attention as he has, because other than that, like, what reason is it? He does not like her. And if it's not, it's a benefit for both. Robin needs Mary to stay there so that she can still claim to be a sister wife. She can still claim to be in a polygamous, marriage and arrangement as long as Mary's still there.
That she's not the one that ruined the relationship.
No, she's not. But she don't want. I don't feel like Robin really wants to be in a monogamous marriage because she doesn't want to have the responsibilities of having to do everything. She's gonna have to work. She's gonna have to and honestly, I don't even think she's gonna have to work. Cody would still make a way to make sure that Robin is living lavish while everybody else is struggling.
But they're broke now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Again, who's gonna work? Robin don't want to work, and he's not gonna make her. So what are they gonna do?
Not work.
Exactly. Just keep on getting these TLC checks. They are working the camera. That's what they are working. Because I understand they have a lot of kids, but
not for long. Janelle is in a relationship currently. Christine is getting married. I will obviously feel like it's disrespectful to still be called a sister wife. But anyways, knowing how Americans act, or knowing how all this reality TV, people act, they'll still want to partake because it's cool cash. You know how much they pay them in TLC? TLC pays $30,000 per episode. That's a lot of money. I know they used to have 23 episodes. So multiply that. They're making a lot of money. I think you are breaking.
Shit, I damn near choked up thinking about that shit. $30,000. See, these people need to learn better money management. Because how is it that y'all have this kind of money coming in and y'all still are broke?
Yes, because I know they pay £1,000 sisters between 10,000 to 20,000, and their show is not even as big as this one, but it's actually one of the biggest. But they have been going on for about 18 years, and 1,000 sisters have only been going on for about 4 years. So looking at they will obviously be paying them more than those girls. And if they have been paid between 10,000 to 20,000, that's a lot of money. So it's just crazy like that.
Yeah. But I'm actually glad that Janelle, came to her senses. She woke up because really, if it, I feel like they manipulated her in the finances, to get Robin and him that big ass house. And then Robin keeps acting like she didn't know about it.
You have land. What's it of having land if you're too broke to build anything on it?
Right. Why is it that you guys were leasing it or living in it as a rental before? Come on, y'all were living in that place as a rental while Janelle was still in this, you know what I'm saying, the camper. And come on, it just doesn't make sense. It just. And he makes sure to let it be known that it's, he and Robin's house and their home and
then other people's homes.
Yeah.
It's crazy like that. Yeah, so she thinks Robin can relate. Yep, she's attention seeking. It's just so sad because I totally understand her. So let's continue the clip.
I mean, this divorce is affecting me.
This conversation
every
was
way,
over half of
affecting
the
all my
entire
relationships.
episode. It was crazy.
I'm realizing that I am morphing or transmuting grief into anger.
Grief of what? Basically, we're not even in that relationship.
I'm just not a safe place for you
the
to have a
gaslight was
conversation.
like the shit. Oh,
So,
God.
just one trigger after another just set me off.
Well, my relationship with you is crap because I'm so angry about this divorce. We'll be a man, separate your relationships like you have for our entire plural marriage, and pay attention here.
Right.
Because he has not even acted like her husband in a while, and now you are mad about the relationship breaking. Dude, what are you saying? How does that even make sense?
Right.
Like,
You're talking about
I
like
do
y'all
think that
separated
needs to be
several
separated
times.
for now.
it gives you so much attitude. Like, dude,
Really, you want to stay
come
separated?
on.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sort of surprised that she doesn't want to try and reconcile, that she wants to be separated.
You've not even had sex with these ladies in over how many years? I'm sure you've definitely not touched them in over many years. Since COVID. If we go back to the since COVID is always using.
Right. But then, oh
And you
gosh.
want them to stay to be what? To be aged maidens so that they can call themselves sister wives of Cody Brown. Congratulations.
Right. It, ugh. I know we're gonna get to it because, like you said, this took up most of the damn episode, which was crazy. There was so much shit that he was saying that just damn near made me literally throw up. Like, he thinks so highly of himself and acts like he is honestly, literally God's gift to these women. Like, you are lucky to even have him in your presence. And it's like, you don't even really want these women like that, but you want the idea of them wanting you. Like, he's so just out of it.
Because
And he can never see himself.
I don't know how you would not want them and then you want them to pine after you. It's like it's crazy because I know that when people try to like, it's like men want to like throw advances towards you, and if you don't like them you feel irritated and you don't want them to disturb you. But dude, you do not like these women in any form or format, but you want them to keep pining after you and all that. Yes, when he said that he was fine with six packs and the physical attraction, and that's not enough for her, she's greedy, she wants. I was
Oh
like,
my God. Yes. When he said that, I was like, what? Where, sir? Like,
I was like, Cody, come and wake up, dude. You're sounding ridiculous at this point.
and then to try to make it like, oh, well, I wanted to come in here and kiss you and,
Oh no,
reconcile.
let's play that part because I was angry that she was
We've
even
been
smiling.
separated probably
I'm like,
2 or 3 times in the past.
I think
I
now he
always
knows that the
felt like that
separation
was
was quite
because
real
she couldn't
because he's
manage
scared
the
of them
relationship
leaving.
with her sister wives. I never felt like that was over me, but maybe I was wrong.
You're wrong about a
I'm
lot.
really, really willing to do some counseling if we can find somebody.
I think that's more fair. Christine just dropped this on
Counseling,
me.
I
Janelle,
just know that I need to
really.
be separate right
I
now.
think at this
you
point
know?
she's already
Okay.
like mentally.
I mean, I still have a lot of
ill. She
affection
has
for
not
you.
left. That's the problem with her.
Yeah, maybe some counseling is a good idea.
Counseling is not needed.
Other
Separation
than
for
just
yourself
that
and the kids.
experience where I'm blowing up over really just, I guess, rejection. You guys are doing Christmas without me.
See, he just said it. That's exactly what it is.
You know,
It's the
Christine, we didn't do
rejection.
Christmas together, right?
Rejection. God,
See,
I'm
Janelle's not in
tired
love
of
with
hearing
him.
this
I
rejection
think she
thing.
thinks I'm hot. I got nice pecs and a great 6-pack abs, but that's all she's interested in.
I'm like, whoa, buddy, you're way missing the boat here. There's way more to a marriage than just physical attraction. And
plus, what's this of your physical attraction if you're not helping them in the bedroom?
Right. What is it? Okay, so you want me to be physically attracted to you when you're disgusted by me? Like, how does that work? Make this shit make sense. Like, no, you are not. Cody, I'm sorry. Robin might tell you that stuff, but I don't. And there are other women that find him attractive. Hey, that's on
He
you, but
was really fine when he was young. Like that was
yes,
one thing I would not say. He
yes,
was fine.
I will agree with you on that. I will listen here. I am not going to try to shade or act like he wasn't. But right now, no, honey, that is not what a good look is. You're not aging well. You look stressed. Oh, he is stressed because they are leaving his ass because they see him for who he is.
I'm telling you.
And then Robin's ass wants to cry, and we need to pick up where?
No, like when she was,
Oh,
is it? There is no episode that passes by that Robin doesn't cry. Like, girl, they just, it's like the cameraman, just like action as she starts, the waterworks starts, and I'm like, girl, you're good, you're good. Someone has to give it to you. You're really good.
right, like girl, them that she had on cue. Like I just don't know, just the thought. I feel like she thinks about the thought that she will have to work or will actually have to
Put in effort in our
put
relationship because then there will
exactly,
be no
and she's
moment
just like terrified. That's what has her crying.
because obviously he would definitely go look for another sister wife and then she will be demoted very soon.
Yeah, Janelle gone. Oh, that money well definitely gonna dry up.
So let's continue.
I feel like we're in big danger here.
Girl, you don't even exist.
I've been doing a lot of business, and when I'm doing business, a lot of times it's happening in the evening, so I haven't been
Come
around
on,
to do
excuse
stuff
me.
with her
The
after
last
school.
time he said was that he was doing business, and because of that, he
I
had
don't
to
know.
be with Robin.
So maybe
So
there's a
now you
lot to
don't
unwind
see the
here.
child because you're doing
Almost
business.
all
and
my
you have
interaction
evenings.
with Robin's children are because I'm with Robin and interacting with her children.
Then share your time and have
So
Exactly.
I have to make a plan with
study room
Savannah
in
and
Janelle's
interact with
house.
her without
That's
Janelle.
like is
If
the
I was
solution.
home
So
with
I
Janelle,
really
interacting with
understand.
Janelle and Savannah, this would be every 2 nights. I'd be
Wow.
2 nights at Robin's and 2 nights at Janelle and 2
So
nights
how
at
is that a
Robin and 2
problem?
nights at Janelle. But Janelle's just made that clear that that's not going to be happening.
What does that have to do with your relationship with your child, though? Your
Like,
child's old enough to be able to meet you somewhere. She's old enough to be able to, you pick her up, y'all set a time, and you can still have that relationship. Like, give her the option to say whether she wants to have that relationship with you and Robin, or even you, period. Like, let her start with
yes,
you.
because
But
there's actually one other solution. Why don't you say, okay, the girl should come stay during the weekends in Robin's house, goes back to her mom's house because they live close, right? Stays
mhm.
during the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday in Robin's house, then she goes back home for the rest of the week. Why is that not a viable solution? Just be honest, you don't want to have any relationship with the girl because there are multiple solutions that could actually be used in this
Right,
situation.
because that's honestly, and he's not the first. I'm gonna call him a baby daddy in this situation. He's not the first baby daddy who will separate himself from the kids because the mother doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Because he can't have his way with the mom, the kids don't matter either. Like it's really means nothing to him. If Janelle was loyal, in his words, was showing, has basically pledged her allegiance to him, then
To Robin.
yeah, you're right, to Robin. Savannah would be just fine. There wouldn't have been a problem with Christmas. There wouldn't have been a problem with her birthday, like nothing. But because Janelle's saying, no, I want to stay separated. I don't want, like, and she, I commend her for saying, like, hey, staying separated, I'm able to see what I don't want to deal with. And I'm able to see where you know what I'm saying? What I like, what I don't like. Being with you, it gets confusing because, you just kind of go back to it and pretend.
Yeah.
So that's absolute. I just cannot get over his delusions, though, and the fact that he cannot find fault in himself in anything.
A father
Like,
not seeing his child, but he somehow is not at fault. Amazing.
Feels like it's easy for you to be at Robin's house and that you don't want to be
Yes.
anywhere else.
But I was always at your house too. I was always
in
at your
Vegas,
house.
No, I
like,
guess I'm
And I
just,
was always at Chris. Listen,
we don't have,
Janelle,
yeah.
you're going off of a
he
recency
keeps
bias
cutting her
with
off.
COVID.
Well, then you need to stop referencing
What
what happened during
recency
COVID too.
bias? Every
I
single
mean, I
time
just
it's
see I'm
just
getting
recency
close to the line
bias,
now, and he's starting to
and
get
it's almost like
agitated
he's
because the way I
gaslighting
see
the
things is
viewers
very
too,
different
because
than
we
the way he
definitely
sees
know
things.
this is
This
not
all
the way
came
he
about because I
motivated.
felt like I wasn't being supported in what I was doing for the whole family. Does that make
Uh,
more sense?
But
What were
I
you
think we
doing
all
for
had
the
children at
family?
different stages, and it was
right.
you couldn't accommodate.
Well, I feel the obligation a little deeper to the littlest ones because of their needs.
I felt like that's all you saw were the little children, and you stopped seeing your other children. You became so hyper-focused on the needs of the little kids, you stopped seeing the other kids' needs.
Cody had
Yes,
That is so true. That is
he
so
can't
true.
deny that. That's why he had no response for that.
No, because listen, he was so quick and ready to divorce Mary, marry Robin, adopt her kids, and get her pregnant. Like,
All in the span of 1 year.
yeah, like he was fast tracking. And that's where his mind and focus has been from the very beginning. Ever since he started courting Robin. Like, he was the one that went out and found her. It wasn't where she wanted to be like, oh yeah, let's do this. Nah. Like how he said, Christine and Janelle did.
Yeah.
But like, you went out looking for her. You found her, and she's everything that you wanted. Like, everything you wanted in a woman. And you are just gung ho and all in for this woman that you've neglected the rest of your entire family for this woman, and cannot find fault, see any part that you've played in the downfall and destruction of
It's
your
every other
marriages.
person's fault.
Yeah, the delusion. How delusional can you be? Like, how much delusion is too much delusion? Like, where does the line actually draw? Like, it makes you wonder, like, how far will you actually take it with your delusion? Like,
I mean, the dude is willing to blame everybody, even willing to blame his kids. So I think he's willing to take it very far. And once the relationship between he and Robin gets bad, because I know that that's where it's going to, when she has no other sister wife to blame for whatever is happening in their relationship, then he would unveil and unravel towards Robin. This is what they don't hide. Like, it's quite easy. They come at you when everybody leaves. It's going to then unleash his frustration on Robin, and most likely take in another wife and pat himself on his back and be like, yes, I did it. I'm back to another polygamy. He's not a polygamist. He just wants to be in the court and be like, yes, I'm a polygamist. It worked. That's why he was chastising his friend for going back to monogamy in the 2 episodes back, when the other friend that his main wife left.
mhm.
He just wants to be in that court of Mormon and tell people that, yes, I followed the practices. I was able to work polygamy. People do not understand polygamy in any form is hard, but if it's many men or many women, it's hard. To satisfy one woman, it's not easy. To satisfy one man is not easy. When you are
Mhm.
having multiple people in one relationship, it is not easy. You have to love them equally, unless the imbalance is so obvious.
Right. That is so true. Like you said, like, one person is hard. But when you add, and especially in one household, and you're trying to cohesively make something work, there's going to be conflicts everywhere. Can it work? Absolutely. Does it work? Yes. But one, you have to have the mind frame to be able to do it. And I feel like for him, like you said, it's more so being able to say. It's an idea for him. It's not really a way of life that he truly seen himself. Because one, like I said, I don't feel like he really chose Mary, wanted Mary. He didn't choose Christine and Janelle. So the only one he has really wanted and chosen out of this whole thing is Robin. That is his start. Now, I don't see him trying to go out and find anyone else. And like you said, if he does, it's just all for the game of saying he's doing it. Oh, I'm actively looking. Yes, we're looking for this and we're looking for that, but he really doesn't want that. And I'm so glad that Janelle actually asked him the question. Are you sure? Do you really want to be in a polygamous marriage? Because
He
it
was
really
so
doesn't seem like
offended.
it. So
He
offended that,
was
and he couldn't answer. What was his answer?
nothing. No, he got mad and started talking about Christine as usual. You know what? We won't get to that part. I think it was like
Has
almost
always
close.
made it a point to be part of his kids' lives, especially when they're younger. I think it's easy for him to forget that he should still nurture relationships with his adult children as well.
He doesn't care about
Listen,
you guys' kids.
I
I
didn't
think they need to
overreact
understand.
to what was going on with Gabe and Garrison, but I think I went to extreme on how I felt. And in the end,
Dude,
it
you
should have
have no
been just like,
relationship
we need
with
to
your
have a
adult
conversation.
children.
Not that you guys owe me an apology. You know, and anybody who is adult making their own choices had to make their choices. They're free to do that, but I had to be able to protect the babies.
Oh, come on, please.
I wish Solomon and Ariella had the same value to the whole family that and Ariella, which is the same favoritism I always gave to any of the little kids, starting from Logan all the way through.
No,
When they're
you just
little,
want everybody to kiss ass to Robin and her kids, and I mean, just like she said, you're assuming that everybody has like a certain feeling with the kids. The kids aren't a part of that. Now you're making it that way because of the favoritism that you're showing and the way that you have taken Robin's kids, even the children who weren't yours, and you have basically put them on the forefront and put your kids in the back burner. They've been in the background fighting for the attention since day one, since Robin has come there. It was the same excuse when Robin's kids was little. They're little. They need to be shown love. They need to, you know.
They need to understand what a father means and all that. It was any
Yeah.
bloody excuses, and now they are grown up. Why are you taking a grown up girl to get her ears pierced? I'm sorry, is that not what does that make sense to you? Meanwhile, you stopped your other female children from piercing their
Right.
ears.
Oh, but it's okay, because if Robin says that it's okay and Robin says she's not going to conform and she's not going to do this, it's okay. You know what? I think I'm going to see things differently. It's always differently when Robin says something. But yet you've had several other children. You have other daughters. Where was that at for them? It's almost like Robin gets all the grace and your other family, they get the burden. That's not right. Like, But he's always made excuses for why he does more for Robin and her children. And then, once she got pregnant, like I said, it was a rush to get married, a rush to get pregnant, rush to adopt her kids, a rush on everything when it's come to Robin. Everything's been a rush. And you're expecting everybody to just fall in line and be so accepting of it just because that's what you have, that's what it is. You said it, and it is the gospel. No questions asked. That's why he keeps talking about this loyalty thing. Loyalty goes a long way, and it's rounded. Well, loyalty is well-rounded. Trust and believe it.
He doesn't even understand. He doesn't know anything.
I give them a lot. When they're adults, I still give them a lot, but I don't feel like my obligation is the same to them.
How?
We're just going to go the rounds again. I think
between your kids being
but your obligation as their father, it should be the same.
This experience.
I'm confused.
Anyway.
I am listening to you, Janelle, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to lay it
on an
idea that I didn't want to be around you. And that's not true at all.
I just asked you if you still want to live for a marriage.
Well, he's trying
I'm not sure.
Gaslight everybody.
I'm not really inclined to stay in this relationship with Cody. I don't feel like I'm getting what I deserve from him. Listen, I'm pretty independent. I don't need a lot from him. But when it comes down to where he all of a sudden doesn't want to be a father to my kids because they disagree with him, that sort of changes the cost-benefit equation for me in this marriage.
Girl, so you were
I have
even
always
thinking
wanted to
about
be a father to my
staying?
children. It was my sole goal in life.
You've
If
always
you're only
wanted to, but
concerned
you are
about
not.
how I am at your place, then you're a monogamist. So stop trying to act like I did something wrong for 20 years. You know,
So what exactly are you doing with Robin if wanting you to be there for our kids means she's monogamous?
Listen, when you decide that you want to take on more than one relationship and you give your time, your energy, your money to one of them out of the rest of them,
That's
you're in a
monogamy.
monogamous relationship with that person. The rest of them are they're background actors. They're backups, just in cases. They're, the ploys, they're the picture. They're just there, but they're not actually where you want to be or where you truly are. And we see that. That's how you played it with Robin. Robin is she's your leading lady. You made sure, like, I question this. You were married to Janelle and Christine before Robin came. Why didn't you divorce Mary in any of those times? But you wanted to make sure. Now, I understand you wanted to say it because you wanted to be able to adopt her, legally adopt her children. Okay, that's fine. There's other ways you could have did that too, but whatever. But clearly, to me, that was your way of saying, like, to me, he almost reminds me of Garrick from Seeking Sister Wives. Like, how he divorced his wife just so that he can marry someone else that he really is attracted to, really wants to be with, but yet he's stringing along everyone else just for the visual. Like, and then you get upset because they actually wake up and say, oh no, I'm not about to, I'm not going to just be, an extra in your movie, in y'all's movie. Because he found who he wanted and got what he wanted. He's in a monogamous relationship and has been for the last 15 years. But he doesn't see that. He's not going to see that.
He doesn't want to see it. There's a difference between seeing something and not wanting to see. He definitely doesn't want to see it on purpose because then he can pretend to not doing anything wrong. And to be honest, I have to applaud him. His skills in lying, in taking himself out of situations, he's good. But
Yeah,
let's continue.
he's worked on that.
So before we continue, let me look at the comments. He doesn't like the adult kids because they call him out. Yes, you are right about that. It's only Robin that exists to him. I mean, ever since he married her 15 years ago, she's the only one that matters. Her tears are the ones that matters. Whatever she says matters. If anybody hurts someone, she's still the one that matters. Like, that's just all it is. How does a parent's obligation stop? Like, you keep praying for
Right.
your child till the day you die. So for you to say, "Oh, my obligations change," to some, I don't
Yeah.
even want to mean because I understand you adopted these kids, but now it's giving the vibes of, oh, you're thinking of someone else's kids because I don't want to go that
Yeah,
way. I
or
don't.
the fact that he keeps talking about the kid's obligation to him. Like, he's very misguided. Like, everything's misdirected. No, sir, your obligation is to them forever and always. Because I'm gonna tell you, kids, they need our help growing up and getting along in this world. It's up to us to teach them the ways. Teach your kids in the ways that you want them to go. That's not, if you teach them that, hey, if you don't do something I like, then I'm just going to ignore you, cut you off. How do you think that's going to affect them growing up in life? How do you think they're going to start seeing things? Next, kids got daddy issues. It could be simple. Daddy could have grown up in the house for 16, 17 years, but guess what? If it was dysfunctional, if they seen that daddy didn't really love my mom, he didn't really show us affection, or he showed, we grew up in this kind of family and dad showed his otherwise, more attention and more care, like there's going to be a lot of resentment.
There's already resentment. I'm sure they do not have close relationship with robbing kids. So that's just it. That's monogamy. He just doesn't understand. Yes, Ladon, yes. He's a professional. He's also a professional liar.
What?
But let's
It's true.
continue with
I've
the
been in a place where I don't feel like without being in plural marriage, we can be married. So it's like, okay, well, then we got to figure out plural monogamy because we're not living plural
This
marriage.
dude just
We
be
don't want to be in
making
one
up
home. We don't have the
names.
function
The
to do
same way he
that.
said
I'm not
sacred.
leaving. I'm
What
not
is it?
throwing in the
Sacred
towel.
something.
I just need to be separate.
Sacred
Sacred
Figure
love.
this out.
loneliness.
Can you
Like,
explain to
dude,
me
he do be
what's the
creating
value of the
names. I
separation?
have to give him
Because
that.
I feel like I'm more aware of what I need when you're not there. You're there and I want to just like forget everything and just be like
Yes,
just
but he will
laid back.
sugarcoat you.
I know, but it's
Kiss
easier
you
for
and
me
make
to
you
have
feel
focus
good
on what I
at the
need and what I
time.
need to communicate to
Cody's a
him.
wordsmith. That's what he
I don't
is.
get it. The punishment seems
And the funny thing
way
is that
beyond the
he
crime.
can show
Maybe that's just a
affections
wake
when
up
he
call
knows
for
he
me. Maybe
needs it.
she's not
Because why
interested in
did
this at
he
all.
show Christine so
Maybe
much
she's
affection when he knew she
got what
wanted
she
it?
needed and she's moving on.
We need a redefinition.
He knows what to do.
I
And
still
he
am not
also tried to
100%
throw it
sure we
out there
can
that
save it.
you're the one that told me
Really?
Christine was
You don't think it's
planning
just
to
going to
leave
be
me
No,
to try
because
to
sometimes I'm
like,
really
so
angry
if
still.
Christine
Like,
sees it, oh, so you told
I don't
him? Come
know.
on.
I don't really have any kind of estate or anything. Like, I don't have anything in my name. I have the property's all mishmashed.
Yes,
But I
Yeah,
girl,
but
don't.
you've got all
you
that
were
property
too
is
I know, but I
nice.
mean, I don't really have. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. There's a lot to unpack.
Hey,
We have
Braylon.
to pay off the property. Like he sits here, he moved heaven and earth to get this house for Robin. They kept all their crap in U-Hauls for months. They lived.
But in this situation, I won't actually blame Cody. Hey Raylene, how are you? Yes, he knows the right thing to do, but won't. Because she was too dumb. I'm sorry. Everybody was securing whatever money they had. They built whatever they had to do. While you wanted, this is one thing with group projects. When you decide to contribute so much in a group project, while others are saving their strength to get and eat the product of everything. That's what everybody did.
Right.
So next time, whatever relationship she enters, because I know she definitely will not want to marry, she's so scared. She would know that she needs to be smart.
Uh-huh.
Because
That's one thing that I will say that this is definitely a learning curve for them. At least I hope so.
living in that tiny ass trailer where if you move, you can legit touch the next person. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Like when you seen that they was living lavish, luxury style, just, living life, not even worried about you. That right there would have been the I gotta go.
breaking point for me. Like,
Because her saying that Christine, like him saying that he was disgusted or whatever, didn't like Christine and she would have left then. Girl, he said that about you too. That he is not really interested in you like that.
even
It's
he's
all a
purposely
loyalty
being
factor.
obtuse because he has said it several times that he doesn't like you and is not attracted to you. He just have like, you are telling me that they're not watching this show. Come on, please. She's definitely watching this show like as we are watching it, because obviously you do not know what each other says like in the confessionals. So now you're watching it and he has said it several times, multiple seasons, where you're like, oh, so far he doesn't say it in my face, even though I'm going to leave. What he's doing to you and not saying it in your face is not worse. When you want to leave, he will give you flowery words, string you along, but you are comfortable, you are satisfied, you are okay. So far, he doesn't say that he's not attracted to you. All right.
I do feel like with Janelle, I feel like she does have, of course, some self-esteem issues, and she might feel like she might not be able to get someone that one looks like Cody, because she did have Cody when he was kind of fine, so she could be holding on to those old memories. They were all, pretty nice looking back then, but she's always had, and I think she even spoke about this, how, her having some insecurities being, the size that she was out of all of them, and just kind of being different from what he normally goes for. So, I mean, but clearly there was some attraction back then, whatever the case was, but it's not there. And even if, okay, let's just say for shits and giggles, she doesn't watch the show. Honey, your kids do. And I'm sure that they have come back and have said things to you guys like, oh my God, dad said this, dad said that, especially during the time when things started to definitely get dysfunctional. I know that they were saying like Cody had a problem with them, they couldn't say things on social media. They couldn't say things against him. Like and we can see that you can't say anything against him.
It's just crazy. But let me continue the clips. We're almost done.
In it as a short-term rental before they even bought it. I'm sitting here like, wow, I am stuck. I am stagnant.
Janelle has the same assets as me. Robin's house isn't an asset. It's a bank's asset. We have to house our children in that house for another 15 years. I'm not stopping us from doing that, okay?
I'm just saying, I don't really, because like when you first left, I thought, I don't have anything. I don't have anything in my name. I don't have anything.
This sounds like it's about money for Janelle. It's like,
life is about money.
Always just been a resource for you?
I'm completely vulnerable. If I decide to leave Cody, I have nothing.
I can't provide everything. I'm telling you.
Oh my hell. It's wild. It is wild, the disconnect here.
It's not disconnection. He just doesn't want to listen to what you guys are saying. That's the point. And I think that's what these women need to understand.
I feel like we did a lot of work in Las Vegas.
He just doesn't want to listen. They are legit wasting their time.
Was Christine's exit. And that's not how I view progress.
Christine again.
In other words, she just finally decided what she wanted.
Listen, that was his...
And here we are. Christine's getting closer and closer to the edge. I'm hearing rumors. I ask her about it. So like, I'm not trying to leave you. I don't know if that's because...
Yeah, I don't know how to be involved in that particular...
Right, he just keeps going back to Christine. Like,
you know what I mean? I understand.
What, am I supposed to bottle it up and not talk about it?
No, I'm just saying like, yes, I mean, I want you to talk about...
She's going to go...
Like, he needs to let the hot go.
Vomit
you never treated this woman nice.
About her marriage.
You were focused on her, and you wanted her to stay begging for some attention from you. Like, dude, you are not God.
I just don't want to start
this
this conversation.
If you want to talk about it, talk about your part that you played in making it what it is.
Big boy, and reconcile it. You've been bitching about that for 6 months.
He doesn't think he did anything.
Get over it and reconcile it and move on.
You just don't understand it. Now, it's okay for you not to be attracted to them, but if they're not attracted to you or don't want to stay, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Make this shit make sense. Make it make sense. I don't understand.
It's okay for you not to be attracted to them, but if they decide to leave so you can be with the person you're attracted to, it's a problem too.
Yeah. Huh. Absolutely delusional.
It makes absolutely no sense. He just wants them to be around. And we're not even looking at one place. He probably just wants the show to keep on so that he can keep getting money.
Yeah, because it's sister wives. If it's just Robin,
nobody will watch.
No. So that's why he actually had to agree to them like all working together separately. Like, because he didn't want it to be like that. He thought like, no, we're all going to be in this one house, one place together, pretending like we're still in love. No, they was not agreeing to that shit. We're going to show everything, especially after they did the one-on-one and
Oh,
everything pretty much
that
came out on
last
that one-on-one.
it was crazy.
Like, you know what? I want to cover that with everything that's going on. I'm gonna go back and watch that, and I think we should talk about that on Thursday too, because that one-on-one that gives a lot of light and context to this right here. Like after and the one-on-one was damn near a year ago. So us seeing this now and to still have like the delusions of you just don't know what's going on, how Christine and Janelle and any of them could leave. It's like, are y'all all serious? Mary, you even seen what he said about you and you're still on this in front of this camera wanting to hold on? I just don't understand.
I'm trying to understand what exactly do these women see. Maybe he's really, really good in bed. I mean, we're just here trying to rationalize it, but he must have been really, really good in those years that they were actually married for them to be willing to still say, oh, I will still want to do this again, because it can never be me. It
Listen, they
definitely,
all need God Said Go shirts.
they really need to go. Maybe God has not said go to them, or they are refusing to hear God say go, because this is crazy.
Well, maybe they did hear it. Christina definitely heard it. Christine heard. She said, "Oh yeah, no, it's time to go."
She didn't even need God. I mean, at that point, they were already looking like stupid for staying. So I don't understand why the other women do not understand how ridiculous they seem for staying continuously with someone that tells them every single day he's not attracted to them. I
No,
in love of me. But
no.
let's
It's
continue the
like
clip.
you're only gonna say that one time, and I'd have been gone, girl. He's been said it several times, and he's still there.
I mean, we like to deceive ourselves, but let's continue.
Friends, we have a lot of conversations. I miss him in my bed. I miss him in my house. I miss him, but I'm not
Yeah,
being treated the way I deserve
once
to be
he
treated
left
here.
during COVID, he was never coming back.
Well, this lunch went better than I thought. I was sort of,
What did you think that was going to happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
You didn't think that I missed you?
Well,
Oh.
no, this,
You didn't think I want to kiss you on the lips and see you again? Here's the thing,
The way
you and
she's
I can
smiling.
be simple. It's
Yeah,
everything
just
else
listen.
that is complicated.
it's like, yes, on a basic level, we are simple. If there was nothing going on but he and I, and we were on some sort of desert island, we would be great. Let me tell you, we would be great. But no, life is not that.
And this whole thing with Christine that's very, very complicated. You and I are married. You and I are going to work this
Yeah.
out. That's not going to matter. There'll be a safe place here. It is the weirdest thing in the world. You have to understand, to be getting divorced from one wife while you're having a relationship with another wife.
Imagine it's a conflict, yeah, for sure.
It's not a
weird.
weird thing. All of you would
Well,
still
it
be
went better
married
than
if
Janelle
you
expected.
acted like a husband.
I kind of thought that we would reconcile
Right.
right here.
You
And she's like, no,
want
I'm
them to be
enjoying my
wives
independence.
to a non-husband.
Yes,
Okay.
because this is exactly what he does to Janelle. Every single time she wants to leave, he will butter her up with, oh, I'm still attracted to you, oh, I still want you, oh, I still want to date you. And she stays every single time. So it's just really, really frustrating seeing the same thing happen every single time. It's like clockwise every single time. He will like her, then he will not like her, then he will like her, then he will not like her, then he will like
Mhm.
her. It's like,
You know what this reminds me of? Like, it also reminds me of like not even just baby mamas, but you know, some women in situations where they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay with you just because," and knowing this man is out messing with every other woman. She is claiming this man as her husband. This is her husband. This is, you know, she's claiming him. She is claiming him. This is her husband, even though they're not legally married. You know what I'm saying? But yet he's outside messing with everybody else, not being a husband, not having or showing husband qualities or tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this is putting me in the mind frame of. Like, Okay, but they call it polygamy, I guess.
Let me read some comment. LOL, not the God said go shirt. I mean, at this point, she needs the God said go billboard. She needs
Right.
sex so bad. Funny enough, if she actually gets with another man and he polishes her every single time, she would definitely forget coding. Oh, thank you for listening. I hope you're looking for us too, because I'm hungry too. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you. Now let's continue the clip so we can get to the
It's
end of
freedom too
this
much,
thing.
so I want to stay separated.
Why wouldn't she stay
More
separated? Like,
in
I'm
my
so
mind, it went well because I
frustrated.
am deeply committed to never triggering again or becoming angry. If I see those triggers coming, then I'm going to stop.
Come on.
I don't know. I told him we need a counselor, we need a counselor, we need a counselor. Here's the thing. If he wanted it, I might, maybe I would try to work on it. But if he doesn't want it, I'm not going to sit here and put all the effort into trying to create this, because I think there's something better for me.
Next
Yes,
time
girl,
on
there's
Sister
something
Wives.
better.
If Cody
Okay, I
changed,
think
would you
that's
ever
it.
want a full marriage with him again?
Yes, but I think it's unrealistic.
Come on, this is so annoying. Like,
Janelle
what
keeps
are you
telling me she doesn't
doing?
enjoy our time together, but I don't want to break up.
You
I
don't want
think
to
he just
break.
likes to string
I don't
people
understand.
along.
Like,
He's
what exactly
exhausting.
does he want? I think
Mary,
on
he
the show, he
talks
doesn't
about us
want to
all
have
on the
another
property
divorce.
still.
There's
So
no
people will
question,
think that
Robin.
he's failing.
He's done with me.
Please figure it out with us here.
Come on. You
This
just
is
need a slave.
I'm growing.
She just needs a slave. What is, please figure it out here, please.
like, what is there to figure out? What are y'all figuring out? Tell me
That he
about it.
likes you more. And then we are just additional mates to help you.
hmm That's all it is. They are the help, and she is the head of the house. That's how they want it. And because it's not like that, these tears keep flowing. Listen here, they're about to build a well system with all them tears. Because listen, she is on supply with it. Like, how can you? Oh, child, I just don't understand how it is that you are crying so much about something that you wanted.
You have to pretend not to want it, right? You have to pretend like, oh my god, I don't want this to happen. Some people will not think you're a bad person. That's just the vibe she's giving. She doesn't want it, but she wants it. She wants it for all the positive things that it can bring. The TV show, the money, the always available hand, the always available people to talk with. That's what she wants it for. She doesn't want it because then they will have to share like Cody's like feelings and everything. But if you look deep down, Cody's never sharing anything with anybody, and that's the frustrating part of this situation. He tells the women, "Oh, what about me? What about me? What about me?" But these women, you don't give them 1% of your day. You spend all the days in Robin's house, and your excuse is you have an office there. It's so easy. You guys can clear out a room, you can use the parlor, you can clear out one side, put a table, chair, laptops, everything set, and you continue to work. Because what exactly, you're just looking for an excuse. That's the vibes. Like, you're just looking for an excuse. No other reason why all this is happening.
Yeah, I don't feel like Robin wants a monogamous relationship, but she wants the polygamy for the benefits. Like you said, there's so many benefits, and it takes away from what she'll have to do. Because if they really all break away, and after this season, or however they pull it out, they can expand this for 2 or 3 seasons. The whole breakup, even though we know it's been happening, you know, we know that Janelle's engaged. I mean, Christine's engaged. Janelle's dating. Like, how far along are they going to push this out for us to follow this storyline? But it's like, if they decided we're not going to do this anymore, what does Cody and Robin really have besides each other? I feel like that's what's really gonna test it. You have everything you want. You have the woman of your dreams. You have the family. Rebuild if you really want to be in a polygamous relationship. Rebuild with people that you can manipulate if you want. Rebuild with people who is okay with you gaslighting them, because there's plenty of women who will be just fine with it. And if you are truly in the lifestyle, you can go to your community. I'm pretty sure that they have a system for that. So, like, if it's really what you want, why not just go ahead and move forward with it? I don't see either one of them really wanting it, though.
I don't think so.
Cody was a polygamist until he found Robin, who he really wanted to be. Like, he was a polygamist until he found someone to be monogamous with. And that's what he found in Robin.
Yep. And it's just so sad that now he's dragging everybody down with him and blaming everybody. He's just throwing a tantrum because everybody can see the lies that he's perpetrating. Too bad the children are the unfortunate victims of what he's doing. It's just too bad. Yeah, before we end this live, do you have any last words?
I just want to say that I'm glad that at least, at least like Janelle's kids, Christine's kids, they're older. They're, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though when this was going on, they were younger at the time because, they haven't always been old. They've been younger kids too and been going through this and seeing this. But I'm just glad that they actually have, able to kind of grow up and at least have the mothers that they have. Because Christine's a damn good mom. Like, Janelle is too. They all are. But like, I'm glad that even though Cody was lacking, they didn't lack too. Like, so at least the kids are old enough to make their own decisions. They're old enough to see it for what it is, and they're not being manipulated by Cody. They're not at that age where they're still being manipulated.
Yes.
So that's a great thing. But yeah, I feel like Thursday, like, or even, when we do the review again, like, we'll talk about it, but I want to really dive into that one-on-one, because the stuff that he said, even in that one-on-one, was so disgusting that it's just, yeah, you could never look at Cody as a real husband or somebody who, like, he lets you know in so many ways that Robin has always been his favorite.
And it's so pathetic that he wants the other women to stay and make him feel good about whatever decisions that he took because of some reasons.
Yeah, his own made up reasons and words for however he wants someone to feel. Like that, it's just crazy. But yeah, definitely. Always love jumping up on the panel. Love our discussions. Make sure you guys join us on Thursday. Was it 12 p.m.? So 3 p.m. Eastern time, right? I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Yeah, because that's 12 o'clock my time, so it's high noon. But so yeah, make sure y'all join us on Thursday as we catch up for the week with everything that's going on, because there's even more going on with this whole Chrisean Rock stuff that I want to dive into. There's more than one Shirley Strawberry out here, y'all. That's something else. And then, I don't know if you guys seen, if you have not, make sure you check out Slana's video she did about Marcel and Letitia basically admitting to being a couple $1 million in debt. And when you see who they were doing the interview with, it will give even more context into the whole shade with Simone and trying to shade Mel. Like, it just, so y'all make sure that you check out, all the videos that are uploaded, join us when we're live, and thank y'all for joining us.
So see you guys next time. Bye bye.
Bye.